Throughout the years, I've had many horrible experiences with medical staff. In fact, I used to work at a hospital and saw firsthand how bad many of the doctors and nurses are. There are some good ones, but in my experience, there are many who are more focused on their paychecks and holidays than the care of their patients. In this case, this woman is studying to be a nurse and is currently an EMT in a school. And I just hope and pray that she never crosses any of my loved ones' paths.
Ms. Lopez is present. She speaks English.
Okay, so Ms. Lopez, you have an F1 burglary with an assaulted battery, which is punishable by life, and that can charge criminal mischief.
Judge, I believe the alleged victim may be here. Sir, if you're present and you want to talk to the judge, you've got to unmute and turn on your camera.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
What is your relationship to the defendant?
Ex-girlfriend.
I knew there was something there. She didn't understand the word X. Is that the problem?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, sir. Sorry.
An operation, sir. When I do, and CBS will be the first station I go to for an intimate press conference. What do you want to do? You want to go forward with the case?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, sir. I'm signing an order, which is a stay-away order. It's a non-domestic violence, but it is domestic violence.
Have you guys ever lived together?
At some point, we have lived a couple weeks together, and it was just time in, time off. So,
And maybe it could be DV, but the officer just wrote it as regular.
So, stay. What would you like me to do?
Sign the regular stay away order. That's fine. It is a felony punishable by life.
Right.
So the state's requesting that the defendant be held without bond pending an Arthur hearing.
Court finds PC, public defenders appointed.
I would ask if Your Honor would consider setting a bond or placing Ms. Lopez on an ankle monitor. She does work and she does attend college, Judge. She has no prior record. Essentially, this is a battery.
I think you need to give notice to the state, and there has to be a hearing on that, which I will suggest you choose a judge on the case.
Well, Judge, I'm asking that you not hold her pending the hearing if the state's filing.
I have that option not to do that.
Pardon?
I don't think I have that option at this point.
I believe you do, Judge. The statute allows you not to hold her.
Daniel, what do you think?
Your Honor, I would like to state that that me and her had arguments before, and it ended up turning abusive, and I just turned a blind eye. The one that I had before this prior caused an injury to my hand, scarred my hand by getting a glass cup thrown at me, and I turned the blind eye, and she has threatened me before and has tried to stab me on multiple occasions, and I'm just afraid that if she's released bond and she's released today, I don't want to be any harassed.
I'd release her to house arrest.
Okay.
But I wouldn't release state. Would you have objection to house arrest?
So, sir, do you think you would be safe if the judge put her on an ankle monitor and let her just go to work and school?
I mean, as long as she's in her area, because her area is not close to my area at all. So, and I live a little bit more south in Dade County. So, if that's what you guys are gonna do, then I'm fine with that.
House arrest level 1. Release to house arrest level 1. Alternate is no bond.
On both counts, Your Honor?
Yes. And where do you go to school, ma'am?
Miami-Dade College, Judge.
What are you studying?
Nursing.
That's scary, unless you get your mental health together. Are you getting therapy at all?
No.
You need that. Because if this has been, he may need therapy too, mind you. I'm not just singling you out, because it takes two to tango. I got it. But you're going to be under a high stress position, and I'm sure you'll be a wonderful nurse, but you need to get some therapy to deal with these anger issues that you have or don't have. Does that make sense?
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, would you allow the exception for work and attending school?
I already wrote that down there. School and work exception.
Thank you.
So, sir,
And-
you understand what's going on?
So she's going to be placed on house arrest, correct?
Yeah, she can't go to school and she can't go to work, and that's it. But house arrest will follow up to make sure she's at work because she'll have a monitor on. They'll contact their employer in the school to make sure that they know that she's attending, and that if she violates the terms and conditions, an alarm will go off and they'll arrest her, and then she gets no bond and she won't see the light of day for at least 6 to 9 months before the case gets set for trial.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you work, where do you work, ma'am?
I work as a EMT right now.
Really?
Yes.
Full time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you work full time and go to school? I'm confused.
Because I do online school, Your Honor.
Online school. For nursing?
Yes, Your Honor.
She works for Miami-Dade Public Schools as an EMT in a clinic, and she goes to MDC to attend for classes later in the afternoon.
You think you'll still have your job after they get notified that you've been arrested for this stuff?
I'm sorry?
I hope that you do have a job available after they find out about this, but I'm not sure. Okay, so since she doesn't go to schools, according to her, that's not an issue. She can go to work.
That I don't go to school, Your Honor?
You go to school online.
You go to school online, you told me.
Yes, I go in person and online.
You didn't tell me in person. Didn't she not say, am I crazy? She said, I go to school online. That's what she said.
That way, she still has to show them if she's going physically, she has to.
Okay, school and work, fine.
Yeah.
But she just told me about school though, just now, right? Okay, thank you. No, I'm not crazy. Alrighty, thank you very much.
Judge, and I know they're both kind of young, so the stay away order also includes social media, texting, anything like that. So if she tries to contact you on the computer, that would be a violation.
I have her blocked on my media. That was one thing I was worried about too, her phone. So
Phone call, no social media, no best friends calling, nothing. Leave him alone. He does not want you. You don't want him. You want to start a new life. I think that's wonderful. But just don't get yourself in any further trouble because your whole career could go down the tubes, madam, if you misbehave. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
How serious this is?
Sorry, Judge, could you repeat that?
Your whole life could go down the tubes because of your behavior if you don't follow what we want you to do.
I understand, Your Honor.
Everything, including your liberty. And let me ask you a question. What do you get paid for working at the county?
How much do I get paid?
Yes, ma'am.
21 an hour.
And what does that mean a month? A week? What do you get paid a week?
About 800, I believe.
800 a week?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give her, do you own a house and a car?
Yes.
What kind of car do you own?
I'm sorry?
What kind of car do you own?
A Corolla.
What year?
23.
How much do you owe on it?
Not
Okay, ma'am,
600.
you don't qualify for the public defender. I'm letting them represent you today. You need to hire a lawyer. You're not indigent. Our PDs are just for indigent individuals, and fortunately, you're not one. He is not appointed. Alrighty, thank you very much. Go hire yourself a lawyer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome, thank you.
So Your Honor, it's gonna be house arrest alternate no bond on count 1 and 2. Is that also gonna be with the hold for the motion or no?
No, no motion.
Oh, okay, so that was withdrawn. Thank you.